Climate activists dressed in red descend upon Washington's National Mall. A man uses his body to smear blood on the ground, and in the background, a teenage Greta Thunberg cries, "People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction. And all you can talk about is the money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?" The above is the opening scene from Climate the Movie, The Cold Truth, a new documentary produced by Thomas Nelson and directed by Martin Durkin. Instead of being one of many movies and documentaries extolling the virtues of reducing carbon dioxide, CO2, and a net zero future, this film takes a decidedly different approach. People need to wake up about how much this scam is being used against us, Mr. Nelson told the Epoch Times. In many ways, it's a war against working people. There are so many ways that working people's lives are being made worse by the climate scam. Available to watch for free starting March 21 on YouTube, Rumble, and other streaming services, the purpose of Climate the Movie is to show how an eccentric environmental scare grew into a powerful global industry. Mr. Nelson said the push by governments and global organizations to control CO2 emissions is going to make life way worse. The whole idea that CO2 is going to make our kids' lives worse, that's not going to happen. But this CO2 scam is absolutely going to make our kids' lives worse if we don't fight as hard as we can, he said. The film features some of the most prestigious names in science. Nobel laureate John Clauser, who received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 2022, Richard Lindzen, Emeritus Professor of Meteorology at MIT, William Happer, Emeritus Professor of Physics at Princeton, Stephen Koonin, theoretical physicist and professor at NYU's Tandon School of Engineering, Willie Soon, an astrophysicist and geoscientist who previously worked at Harvard and the Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, and many more. Giving scientists a voice. Mr. Nelson said he started thinking about making the film after speaking with Mr. Durkin, who also directed the documentary, The Great Global Warming Swindle. Mr. Durkin volunteered that he'd like to remake that movie, Mr. Nelson said. It was a quick effort, and he thought he could do a better job, knowing what he knows now, etc. So that kicked off the whole thing. Mr. Nelson said making the film took around a year, and when they approached scientists such as Mr. Clauser and Mr. Happer, they were quick to show support.